we are now going to have a quick look at editing, cleaning up the tracks a little bit, making it neater. Before we do that, I want to order these tracks around. So I want to have them in a nice sequential flow. I usually like to start, like a lot of people do, with having the drums first, then the bass, then the guitars and the vocals, etc. Whatever order you have is completely up to you, but that is a pretty common one. So in Pro Tools, you can quite simply click on the nameplate, the bit where it says the name of the track, and drag it around. So I want to move this drum room up the top because I'm going to have drums first. I'm going to put the floor tom up there as well. These kicks, now I can shift and select these ones so I can see that they've got a few drum tracks here, all of those. I can hold down shift after clicking on the first one, click on the last one, and drag them up to the top. So bingo. Starting to get all our drum tracks in order, and you can see that they all look the same here. They're all starting and stopping at the same point, which is good. I can see these two acoustic tracks belong together, so I'm going to drag those around as well, so they now match, as you can see there. And we have vocals at the end here, otherwise known as vocals, violins, ukulele, mandolin, guitars, bass. I'm going to move the bass up near the drums here. So I click on those, drag them up there. Bingo. You can also, in your mix window, which is Command equals or Control equals on a PC, drag the tracks around in the mix window as well. So whatever order you like, off you go. So I'm going to put this 01 vocal part here first because it appears to be the main vocal that has all through the track vocal parts going on. So that's ordered our tracks around in a nice logical position. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to clean up these tracks. This would often be called editing, so it's getting rid of the bits in the tracks that we don't really need. For example, these extra drum parts that we have in the track here, this second collection of drums where there's a snare roll in this second break of the song, we don't need all this audio here, and we might as well clean it up because sometimes there's spill from the microphones in there, unwanted things. So I'm going to shift select these and I'm going to group these tracks to make editing easier. To group tracks together and work with them as a team, you hold down Command and hit G or Control G on a PC, and it's showing here that all these tracks I've selected are going to be in this group. I'm going to make sure it follows the global attributes of this, and I'm going to call it second drums. So basically everything I do now for this particular track is going to be done as a group. So the next little advantage we're going to have before we start editing is knowing how to zoom in and out. So zoom is T on your keyboard and zoom out is R on your keyboard. You can also do it from the little tools up the top here. Bingo. Let's get to work on some editing.